Navajo Indians has a history that goes back a long time, way before America was even founded. Navajo has many traditions, legends, and rules us white people have to follow. Today I'm going to tell you all about the history of the Navajo people. Did you know that most Americans have Indian blood in them? Some of you may even have Navajo blood. Ever since I was 7 years old, every summer me and my family have gone to the Navajo reservation on a mission trip. That is how I know about the history of the Navajo people. The Navajo Indian reservations has been around for a while, before 1300 AD to be exact. They were one of the first to inhabit the lands, but not the first. The Anazazis were before the Navajos. Unfortunately, the Anazazis was killed off by the Navajos and no longer exists. The Navajos call their land Bien Vake, Navajo land. It has its own nation and its own government, and they also have a Navajo Nations Council chamber. In World War II, the Navajo took part by being code talkers. The Japanese could not break their code because of their unrecognized language. After World War II, they were honored in Washington for their contributions. The Navajo Nation extends into the states of Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. It covers 27,000 square miles and is larger than 10 of the 50 states of America. Of the 562 federally recognized tribes, the Navajo was and still is the largest. They still live in tribes today, but some of them live in urban areas of the United States. On the reservation, the Navajo live in these huts called hogans. They are made out of wooden poles, tree bark, and mud. The door looks out towards the east, so in the morning when they look out into the sun, they get morning blessings. Most Navajo live in these hogans today, but some are blessed enough to live in rural houses. The Navajo have many traditions, but one major tradition is the celebrating maturity of girls. This starts on the 4th night of her period. She's bathed and dressed in her finest clothes. Later that day, she's stretched out on a blanket in front of her hogan, with her head facing the door. A female relation then comes, straightens her legs and her arms, smoothes her joints, and presses her muscles so that she is truly strong. She then darts off towards the east and runs for about a quarter mile and back. She does this every morning until her public ceremony. This assures her of continuing strong and active throughout her womanhood. Another tradition is the Navajo rug. It has been around since Navajos existed, and they will keep this tradition until they become extinct. A Navajo rug is handmade by a Navajo woman. This is a Navajo rug. They go to about $50 from $1,000. It's that expensive because it takes them about a month, or maybe even longer, to knit one. Now, the Navajos have many legends, but a main legend that the Navajo have is the skinwalker. Most Navajos refuse to discuss this because of their fear of location. But the Navajos that me and my family mission to don't believe in skinwalkers because of their Christian faith. So we have been able to learn about the real legend of the skinwalkers. According to them, a skinwalker is a Navajo ancestor that comes back to haunt them in the form of an animal or another human. To become a skinwalker, the ancestor has to have performed the most evil of deeds, and that is to kill a family member. The Navajo who have supposedly seen a skinwalker has described the many ways that they harm. They will either knock on your door, knock on your wall, and some have even seen an animal-like figure peer through their window. According to the legend, if they are caught and identified and their name has been pronounced to an evil one, the skinwalker will get sick and die. The Navajo have many rules that us white people have to follow. One rule is that we are not allowed on the reservation without permission of a Navajo person themselves. We're also not allowed on their mountains without permission of the Navajo who owns that mountain. One of the main reasons why is because if a Navajo person sees you on their land or on their reservation, they will automatically think you are a skinwalker because they will not know you. The Navajo Nation has been around for a long time, longer than you can imagine. They have their ups and downs, but in the end, they are humans just like us.